Hello, small YouTube community that follows my tinfoil hat videos. Today, we're going to talk about what converted Josh from being a liberal Democrat voter to a conservative voter. And you are looking right at him. That would be Barack Hussein Obama, or as I like to refer to him as, Bailout, because all he did was throw money at everybody the whole time he was in office, putting us from about 900 billion in debt to 20 trillion, but yeah, nobody seems to remember that. And I'll explain what happened, okay? See, I've lived in Ohio my whole life. Trumbull County, the Mahoning Valley, because of people like Tim Ryan, has always been predominantly blue collar, unionized jobs, so we've been heavily Democratic. Only recently, since Trump won the election in 2016, have our voting populaces started to wake up and start voting for conservatives as they're realizing that Democrats' lies and hypocrisies are finally starting to be exposed. It all came to a head for me in 2007 and 2008 when this pathological liar came to Ohio during the primaries. And I happened to overhear on the radio, one of our local radio stations, him doing one of his primary speeches. And he's going to make America an energy independent nation so we don't have to pay $4 a gallon for gas. And it's funny because it didn't happen until Trump took over in 2016. So, I didn't pay too much mind to that because politicians always make promises they can't keep, except for Trump, who actually tried to keep all of his promises. And Congress tried to stop him every step of the way. What got me, though, was when he started talking about climate change. Because he happened to mention about the carbon dioxide emissions. Keyword there is dioxide, CO2, okay, being the problem. I'm a fucking mechanic. Okay, at this point, I realized that he was spreading his ass cheeks in order to say that, because I know how an internal combustion engine operates. And we're going to take a look at that in this video. So I got some things pulled up here on Microsoft Bing. The first one is gasoline emissions from a gasoline engine. Now there is carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, and nitrogen oxides, otherwise known as oxides of nitrogen. Okay, and I'm actually going to explain all of these. And of course, you have carbon dioxide and a few other small things. Lead is no longer really an issue because we haven't used leaded gasoline since the 1970s. Okay, but carbon monoxide is the poisonous gas that comes from incomplete combustion of carbon fuels, not carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide occurs naturally in the atmosphere and is believed not to directly or adversely affect human health. If you want to ever test this theory, grab a can of Coca-Cola or Pepsi. It has carbon dioxide to create the carbon atom bubbles that cause the pop to fizz. If you can drink a can of Coke and you're not affected by it, you're not affected by carbon dioxide. Okay? So we're going to talk about plant growth. Okay, because I found this interesting article. Global plant growth surging alongside carbon dioxide. Well, Obama apparently didn't know this. I knew this because I paid attention in high school in like 8th grade science class. Okay? And a trace gas present in the atmosphere in minuscule amounts is helping scientists answer one of the biggest questions out there. Has plant growth increased alongside rising levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? It turns out the answer is yes, in a big way. A new study published in the April 6th edition of the Journal of Nature concludes that as emissions of carbon dioxide from burning fossil fuels have increased since the start of the 20th century, plants around the world are utilizing 30% more carbon dioxide, spurring plant growth. Now, why is this important? Well, there's this process they teach you about, or at least used to teach you about in science class, called photosynthesis. It's a process by which green plants and other organisms use sunlight to synthesize foods from carbon dioxide and water. Photosynthesis in plants generally involves the green pigment chlorophyll and generates oxygen as a byproduct. Imagine that. Fossil fuels are actually helping the environment, not hurting the environment, because of photosynthesis. photosynthesis is how we get more oxygen to breathe. We're going to take this a step further. Okay, I'm going to open a new tab. Because a lot of Democrats like to talk about climate change and reducing CO2 emissions. So we're going to do a little Bing search here. Okay, what kind of gases do humans inhale? Later, as I get a pop-up. No, I don't want to watch the video. What do they exhale? Okay. Humans inhale these same gases, though in different proportions to exhalation. That is, oxygen exchanged for carbon dioxide during breathing. So my question is, do the liberal Democrats plan on genociding us? Because there's 7 billion people on the planet. There's not 7 billion automobiles on the planet. And that's not counting the carbon dioxide exhaled by animals. Any carbon-based life form that's not aquatic exhales carbon dioxide. So for everybody that's watching, if there's any liberals, especially liberals, watching this video, I want everybody to make sure to thank this man for converting me into being a conservative. Now that I've learned a lot about the Bible, I'm going to remain a conservative till the day I die. And I'm going to vote against every Democrat on the ticket from now till the day I die. Because, see, once I realized he was speaking out of his ass, voting for him would have been highly illogical. And as I've come to learn now that Biden's in office, there's a new Dumb and Dumber coming out with 2 new stars. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.